Old Joe was quick to follow up. Care to have your fortune read? Step right up and all will be revealed within your coffee cup. The door swung open, in time for Olivia Boyles to overhear the remark. Telling fortunes now. Buy a coffee and get your fortune revealed. Too good to pass up? I'll give it a try. Old Joe held out his hand. Cross my palm with silver, and I will tell no lies. I can do better than that. She turned to Molly and said, Mind if I read your fortune? Be my guest, but I'm afraid I don't believe in such matters. Let's see. One can approach this from a pragmatic point of view. You probably live in the neighborhood, so you're more likely to mirror the average residents in many ways. You're young and obviously alone, at least given the fact that you're here without companionship. You struggle to get by like the rest of us. Buy the bulk of your clothing at second-hand shops. Because resources are few and opportunities are limited, you probably have drifted into unusual occupations to make money. How am I doing so far? Well, to be fair, I guess your observations are valid. I just entered into a study about trying to transmit symbols mentally to others participating in the study. That is a little unusual, I guess. Old Joe chuckled along. Well, if I can't read your fortune, just cross my palm with a little silver anyway, and see what else might loosen up those purse strings of yours. A coffee and a Danish, please. Molly glanced down at the racing form. How are we making out? Still ahead of the game? Old Joe, while handing the coffee to Olivia, glanced at Molly. Molly gave him a guarded look and moved her eyes momentarily to Olivia. Old Joe got on. Still holding our own. There is no power on earth that can stop the winter from coming in. We did all right last week, and I don't see any reason why that should change. What are you guys talking about? We're investors who have pooled our money. We make wagers through off-track betting at the larger horse race events. It's something new, but we are, as I say, doing all right. Yes, added Molly. When you mentioned going to unusual measures to make extra money, well, you kind of nailed it. So this syndicate or cartel you've created, how many people are there in it? I wouldn't go that far. We are just a few friends that got together. But if you're interested, we are always open to one more person. All it would cost is $120. Then you can participate in the thrills and chills like the rest of us. $120 sounds like fun. Let me go down to the ATM at the corner. It's just like playing the lottery. You can count me in, I guess. It's sort of like a lottery, except there are only between 9 and 12 numbers to choose from instead of 49, and all you have to do is pick the one that wins. After the door closed behind Olivia, Old Joe chuckled. You sure can pick them, I'll give you that. How did you know? What gave her away? I just had this feeling. As she was describing me, she was also describing herself. So who have we got in the ninth tonight? Walter and Zeke sat on the porch of Billingsworth. It was Saturday morning, and the street looked more vacant than usual. Hey, Zeke, had any unusual dreams since you're off your meds? No voices suggesting you kill me or anything like that? That kind of remark cheers me up to no end. So let me ask you this, in case it comes down to it. How do you want to go? Feet first or head over heels? Funny guy. I knew there was a reason I liked you, but I can't seem to remember why. Let me ask you a serious question while you're in the mood. Last night I heard knocking on the other side of the wall from an adjoining room. Someone was attempting to communicate. You know that old knock, shave and a haircut rhythm? One knock followed by 3 quick taps. A pause, then one rap. You answer with 2 raps of your own for 2 bits. Did you answer back? I didn't know what to do. It might have been anyone. What do you think I should do if it happens again tonight? Who occupies the room next to you? It was vacant until recently. Must be that some other poor bugger has moved in. Wouldn't hurt to rap back, I guess. Might be just the thing he or she needs. We should make it our mission to find out who's who in here, just in case you get any strange ideas of knocking people off. Would be nice to know who we were burying. Mr. Weagle sat on the side of his bed. He had made a note of the heating registers and outlets in the room. He thought of removing one of the large ceiling tiles to have a look at the space above them. He had spent some time tapping on the wall last night to see if anyone would answer. Was it his duty to try to escape like a prisoner of war? If only he could find a way of slipping a piece of paper into the next room, he thought. At least that would be a start. What if the next time I passed that door, I dropped my pen, and reaching down to retrieve it, I shoved the paper under the door while the attendant isn't looking? Resolved. Now all that remains is to figure out what I should write on it. But it has to be something befuddled enough that if I get caught, the attendant would laugh and give it back to me. He looked at the blank paper, and a smile broke out across his face. He wrote the following. Here, Earthlings, listen please. Mrs. Wiggle has gone to Mars.